Well, today marks 10 years since the U.S. Supreme Court made history, legalizing same-sex marriage nationwide with its decision in Obergefell v. Hodges. While it was a major victory for equality, some Iowans worry that right could still be at risk. Local 5's Megan McPherson explains why.
Stephanie, this video captured outside the U.S. Supreme Court after that landmark ruling shows just how powerful that moment was. And over 1,000 miles away, many Iowans shared in the celebration, knowing marriage equality was now a nationwide right. But Iowa actually made history 6 years before that ruling, when 6 same-sex couples sued the state for the right to marry and won. Kate and Trish Varnum of Cedar Rapids were among them. After their victory at the Iowa Supreme Court in 2009, they married and later adopted a son. You can see them here on that day. But it took the Obergefell decision for both mothers to be listed on his birth certificate. On this historic anniversary, I caught up with Kate. She reflected on the lasting impact of both rulings and her growing concerns as some Republican lawmakers continue pushing to roll back those rights.
Overturning marriage equality would impact not just people like Trish and myself, but it would impact our son and others like him who are being raised in same-sex households. We are still fighting. We are still working, and we're not going anywhere.
In the final weeks of the 2025 session, Republican Senator Sandy Salmon introduced a resolution urging the Supreme Court to overturn Obergefell v. Hodges. In a statement to Local 5, she said the ruling, quote, elevated the desires of adults over the rights, needs, and well-being of children. Government policy regarding marriage ought to put children first, end quote. And the resolution was sent to a Senate committee, but never advanced. A Gallup poll last month showed 68% of Americans still support same-sex marriage, a number that's held steady for the past decade.
If the decision were ever overturned, same-sex and interracial marriages would still be legally recognized nationwide. That protection comes from the Respect for Marriage Act signed by former President Biden in 2022. Well, currently streaming on We Are Iowa Plus, Jim Obergefell, the plaintiff in the case which the Supreme Court heard a decade ago, speaks about its legacy and marriage equality 1 decade later. Download on your TV and start watching for free.